So one of my favourite dishes we've got on at the moment is our tandoori chicken with rice and curried cauliflower. You guys at home, especially when you're feeding your family, you can do it with a whole roast chicken. So I'm going to show you how to tandoori this up without using a tandoor oven. So you don't need to freak out and try and figure out how you're going to do it, or it's never going to be as good. It will be, trust me. You can make this as authentic as you possibly can just from your oven at home. So let's get started. For your ingredients, obviously we've got I've got some corn-fed chicken here. This weighs about 1.8 kilos and we're going to preheat our oven to about 180 degrees, and per kilo you're looking at like 30 to 40 minutes. So, and then a little bit of resting time. So we've got our whole chicken there, and I'm going to go ahead straight away and put it in our roasting tin. Because this, you can marinate it all in your roasting tin in one go so that you don't have to get messy or do anything else. Less washing up. So I've got some low fat natural yogurt. We're just going to literally go all over that with that. Chuck that over here actually. And sea salt. You can tell this is going to be messy in a minute. Now, spices. Look at that. I've got here some turmeric, ground coriander, cumin, paprika, red chilli. That's going to help with the colouring, as is the turmeric, and cinnamon. Oh, and some black pepper. Very important. Go in with all that. Now, here's some I made earlier. Some garlic and ginger puree. So basically all I've done here is taken 2 cloves of garlic and a little inch of root ginger. All I've done is blitz it in my blender for like 30 seconds with a little bit of water. You can use oil to do this as well, but water just is a little bit, reduces the fat. So we're gonna go pour that on there like that. Wow. This smells incredible already. Now, it's time. Right, once that is all completely covering your chicken and it's all mixed together nicely, you're going to cling that and you're going to marinate it overnight if you have time. If not, then an hour will be fine. And if not, then you will still cook it and have a delicious chicken, no problem. So you've got your foil and you're going to fold it in half so you've got a little bit more structure. And then all you do is just plonk your coals right in the middle, and you can fashion the foil around the coals to make a bowl in essence, or a boat like I've done here. So that will sit at the bottom of the oven the whole time you're cooking and create that lovely smoky tandoor effect. So now your chicken has been marinating for some time, it's time to put it in the oven. Literally you don't have to do anything else to it. And as I say, those coals will be underneath it, infusing with that smokiness for the whole time. We're gonna put this in for about 45 minutes and then check it. So, whilst your chicken is roasting in the oven, we're gonna prepare a little bit of curried cauliflower. Now, I've taken this inspiration from like a kind of sagaloo where you've got the spinach, the mustard seeds, onions, some spices, and instead of potatoes, I'm gonna put in some cauliflower. So I think it will lighten up the dish a little bit, and then you can choose to have it with a bit of rice on the side, or just some flatbread, or no carbs whatsoever. Up to you. So first thing we want to cut is our onion. You can choose whether you want to chop it into like a dice or slices. I kind of prefer slices, so that's what I'm going to do today. So once you're done crying, you got your cauliflower. We're going to literally just chop off the root, get that gone, and we're going to keep it upside down and just chop the florets away from the stalk. Break those up. You don't really want big pieces, you want them to be nice edible sizes. So we're going to put our pan onto a medium heat. Just going to put some oil in the pan. Now first of all, you want to cook your spices off. Again, that will release a lot of the flavours, a lot of the fragrance, and will help the sort of powderiness of those ground spices cook a little bit more. You also want to toast your mustard seeds. That will give a much more impact of flavour. Once your pan's a little bit hot, we're going to chuck in those mustard seeds. We're also going to chuck in some turmeric, some garam masala, chili, paprika, bit of cumin. So once all your spices are nicely toasted, what you want to do is you want to go in with your onions and just saute them for a few minutes, just make them a little bit softer, and they'll take on that lovely flavour as well. So at this point our onions have sweated down really nicely, and I've added a little touch of water just to help them on their way, but also to kind of help create a little bit of a sauce element to it. And this is when we're going to go in with our cauliflower. So again, we just want to coat all of the cauliflower with that flavour. So at this point, you can choose to carry on cooking your cauliflower in the pan on the stove, or like me, if you prefer, I'm going to put it in a roasting tin and I'm going to let it join the chicken in our homemade tandoor oven so that it also gets that beautiful smoky flavour on. In which case, usually if you're going to continue to cook it on the stove, you'll want to put your spinach in at this point, put a little bit of water in, stick the lid on just to get that all nice and sweat down, soft and full of flavour. However, because it's going in the oven, I'm literally just going to put my spinach in the roasting tin as is and pour the cauliflower on the top, a touch of water just to help let it steam, and then we're going to foil it. And that is going to join the chicken in the oven for the rest of the cooking time, which will be about 25, half an hour. Whew, mind the smoke all over your face. So now it's all done cooking, I'm just going to get it out and we need to let it rest. It's really important to let it rest for about 20 minutes at a minimum. And I'm going to show you a special trick, hold on. So, here it is. Sizzling. Charred, and I've got my coals here. They're still very, very hot, so be careful. I'm going to squeeze them in there, and whilst we let it rest, I'm going to foil it, and the flavours and the smokiness from those coals are still going to carry on infusing whilst we're letting the chicken rest. So that is just going to be like flavour overload. To go alongside it, just to garnish, you can cut some lemon, you can cut some fresh onion. This is quite a traditional thing that most Indian food is served with, some fresh onion to the side. And our cauliflower should be ready too. So this is now beautifully soft, super fragrant. Just going to lift it onto your board, and this will be better for serving it on. So now it's carving time. It's up to you how you want to do this. You can just rip it apart if you want to. I like to go in, slice down the legs and then take the breasts off. Go straight down the middle. That is just falling off, quite literally. So there you have it, tandoori chicken, curried cauliflower, and I've done it with a side of rice as well. If you want to know how to make rice, I've done a jerk chicken and rice video about 3 episodes ago, and you can tune into that one and have a little look. Enjoy.